Welcome back to another update from us at Lodge City Rentals. Today we're chatting to property investor and Lodge director David Kneebone. David has a wealth of experience and knowledge to draw from thanks to decades of property investment in Hamilton, and he's here to share some of his thoughts on the state of the current property market and what might change by the end of the year. Welcome, David.
Oh, thank you very much, Nick. It's great to be here.
Cool. First, David, tell me why current government policy on property investment isn't all bad, despite what they'd have us all believe.
Exactly. What you'd have us believe is that the sky's falling in, but for landlords and property owners, I guess the two things that aren't bad, I wouldn't say they're necessarily good, but they're certainly not bad, and that's one is the bright line tax legislation that was introduced. They've extended it out. When I say they've introduced it, actually John Key's government introduced it in the first place. If you had sold your property within 2 years of purchasing your rental property, you were subject to taxation on the profits. The Labor government, in their wisdom, have extended that out to 10 years. That was seen as a negative. I don't see that as a negative at all. Not for my mantra is always buy property and hold on to it. And 10 years isn't a long time as far as I'm concerned. And so it's actually doesn't make any difference. I wouldn't say it's good, but it's certainly not bad. Secondly, the healthy homes legislation that was introduced, I actually think it's provided us with a win-win on both sides for both tenants and property owners. I don't see anything at all negative about insisting that tenants have access to warm, dry, secure, healthy, well-ventilated homes. The counter to that too, of course, is that tenants that are in these warm, dry homes tend to stay longer, and they don't mind paying a little bit more rent either.
That's exactly right.
So I believe it's a win-win on both counts, really.
There has been some debate that the current government has skewed the balance of power towards tenants. I believe you'd disagree on that one?
Well, yes and no. I guess the balance of power is an emotive term. For a start, I don't see it as a battle between owners and landlords. I think we can both live together. By abolishing the no-clause terminations, that's been contentious. The problem, the end result, the unintended consequence, if you like, is that tenants are now living in, particularly in the high density properties, it's actually tenants that miss out. If you've got a badly behaved tenant next door to you, and the owners and the property managers and so forth, can't kick them out, they're the ones that are actually losing out, I'd argue.
So what do you think could have the biggest impact on property investors come the end of the year? The biggie,
the huge one, the elephant in the room, the nuclear bomb. Is the tax deductibility around mortgage interest. When the Labor government first decided that mortgage interest was non-tax deductible, it actually, I think, owners were quite complacent at the time because interest rates were hovering around 2 to 2.5%.
Right.
Didn't really worry about it, but now rates are hovering around 7.5%. It is a massive disincentive for owners to be in the property game at the moment. So change of government. The ACT Party, National Party, have promised to rescind that rule. I think that will be a massive game changer.
That's right, thanks David. And as we both know, the Hamilton market is seeing unprecedented occupancy rates. We're used to weathering the rises and falls.
Well, that's right, Nick. I mean, we all know it's a long-term game.
That's it for another Lodge update. Remember to reach out to us if you have any questions. We're here to help.